Welcome back to Meet the Museum for Episode 5. I'm Carol Ross, a docent with the Rabbi Ronald and Judy Shapiro Museum of Judaica at Congregation Shalom. In the first 4 episodes, I have highlighted Judaica, stained glass, and sculpture in the Pivar Foyer London Gallery and sculptures in front of our building. Today, let's move on to another gallery in the museum situated in Klurfeld Hall. Shalom members know Klurfeld Hall as a spacious room where we hold receptions to celebrate or mark life cycle events and where we gather as a community to share an oneg after weekly Shabbat services. Klurfeld is our official place of assembly. So the museum committee decided to display here, in this place of gathering, art that connects us to our past. We docents consider this our room of origins. One wall in Klurfeld showcases Bible story prints that remind us that our Jewish story began in the Mideast centuries before our people spread out all over the world, building communities of faith, just as we have done here in Fox Point, Wisconsin, with our Congregation Shalom. We have works by Dutch artist Joseph Israels, by Israeli-French artist Theo Tobiasa, by Romanian-Israeli Ruben, by American Dean Meeker, by Spanish Salvador Dali, and Russian artist Marc Chagall. Today, let's examine a print on our wall by Israeli artist David Sharir, born in Tel Aviv in 1938. Sharir was very much influenced by the growth of Palestine into the State of Israel in 1948. In some of his work, you can see this influence in his beautiful Israeli landscapes and the yellow-orange desert lighting he uses. His art also shows his experience in theater and set design, which we can see in his bright colors and dramatic decor in our print entitled Jacob's Dream. The stylized forms in this print are trademarks of Sharir's art, also known as imaginative art. This work is a lithograph, done in 1970. Lithography is printing from a flat stone or metal plate. The artist draws an image on the stone or plate with grease crayon and then applies ink. The greasy parts absorb the ink, and when the paper is pressed against the stone, the ink on the greasy parts transfers. Voila, you have a lithograph. The Bible source for this Sharir's Jacob's Dream is Genesis chapter 28, verses 10 through 22. This section is known as Vayetze, from the first words of the parasha, meaning, and he left. It begins with these words, and Jacob left Beersheba. In this Bible story, Jacob has just gone out from his home in Beersheba in Canaan to the desert to ostensibly find a wife in Laban's household, but he really leaves to escape his brother Esau's anger for Jacob stealing Esau's birthright. Jacob falls asleep on a hard stone in the desert, this stone perhaps representing the hard times he will endure due to his own human mistakes. He dreams of a ladder reaching from earth to heaven with 4 winged creatures at the top. He dreams of God promising Canaan to Jacob and his descendants. In this Bible story, Jacob awakens and realizes that, quote, indeed, God is in this place and I did not know it, end quote, verse 16. And he uses the stone to build a single pillar to God. The 4 stones in Sharir's artistic interpretation of this verse might symbolize east, west, north, and south, with Jacob at the center, signifying that his descendants will spread out in all directions from that place. This story summarizes what historically happened to the Jewish people due to dispersion. Jewish people had to spread out in all directions to create communities of faith, with our synagogue becoming one of those places. I should also mention that another depiction of Jacob's ladder can be found in our museum building in another gallery in the Kesselman Chapel. That beautiful faceted glass will be the subject of a future video, but here is a sneak preview picture. In addition to the Sharir Jacob's Dream lithograph in Klurfeld, we can view lovely pieces of Judaica by Sharir displayed in the large case in the Pivar Foyer London Gallery. There is a Seder plate and a Kiddush cup which show his identifiable, imaginative style. I will stop here for today and continue soon with another video episode featuring Joseph and his coat of many colors, a print by world-renowned artist and UW professor Dean Meeker. Until then, stay safe and healthy, and thank you for watching.